So I'd like to say a big welcome to Dawn, one of our amazing members this morning. And we're just going to share a bit about how we work together and results we kind of get in our programmes. So this is Dawn. Dawn, just tell us a little bit about yourself and your situation, please.
So I'm 42. I'm a teacher, so working lots of hours, not always able to make exercise a priority always. What else do you want, John?
Just your situation. What do you do for a living? How do you find? Right, let's get straight into it, shall we? That's enough about you, Dawn. Thank you. It's not all about you. So, before you started working with us at Effective Fitness, what were you struggling with, fitness-wise, nutrition-wise?
I'm quite into my nutrition, but I think I was taking a bit of a scattergun approach, and because I tried so many things, I needed a focus really. Focus and consistency with my training as well. So I was definitely needing just that help to get some focus and get my mojo back really. Definitely lost my mojo with it all.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's really common, Dawn, with pretty much most people we speak to. So what did you try to do to overcome these issues yourself?
Well, I've done a lot of things. So I paid for the 3-month programmes with the celebrity PTs, paid for personal PTs, did small group training, did team sports, went to the gym myself, read books, done a lot, John, done a lot.
That's okay. Again, that's quite common. Trying to do all these different things to try and solve an issue can get quite confusing, and it just kind of dilutes everything that really needs to be done. So when you came on board with Effective Fitness, how did you find working with us, and what results did we see together?
Well, I think I saw great results actually. So from the start, it was definite progress all the time. But I think one of the things that helped was just the longer term coaching. I think somebody that's always there, like if I was trying something new, I could say, right, John, what do you think of this? Which I do try a lot of things new. Or that kind of eye on the long term prize. And the regular scans were massive for me because I'm a bit competitive even with myself. So the regular scans were massive. So I signed up initially for the 6-week programme. And I think that helped me to stop being a perfectionist, I would say, because I'm quite black and white. I'm doing it or I'm not doing it. And like the portion sizes and the portion control, also suffering with hormonal issues as well. And I think at certain times of the month when I would say to you, John, I need to eat cake. And I think one time you said to me, what did you have for your dinner today? So I said, jacket potato. So you said, well, I had, I don't know, some potatoes with some salad or whatever. And you said, well, that kind of palm full or fistful, I can't remember which one it was now, change it for cake. And I was like, I can't change it for cake, John. I mean, and I don't always agree with the changing it for cake, but when needs must at certain times of the month. So I think it definitely helped me to be kinder to myself, which then stopped me doing that thing where I failed now, so stuff it.
Yeah.
So it's definitely kept me on track and kept me more focused. I think the biggest thing though was the community side of it, I reckon, because there'd be days when I would think, oh God, I just don't want to get out of bed, and I think there'll be Lisa making me laugh, or there'll be Shannon telling me something about tapping, or and it was good fun. So, and the coaches as well, we would so definitely the community side of it helped keep me coming and keep me focused without a doubt. Yeah,
Perfect.
Yeah,
Again, I hear that quite a lot from people who come in this specific business environment, having the accountability.
but there's accountability, but it's accountability with kindness.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because there's times, I don't know if it was you or whether it was somebody, whether it was one of the other coaches, but I remember I was booked on, and then I messaged and said, I can't cope with people today, so I'm not coming to class. And you were just like, all right then. But then I got a text the next day, right, how are you doing today? And it wasn't about get your backside back in training. It was about get your head on and let's keep focused.
Well, that's normal life, Dawn.
Yeah.
Everybody goes through those kind of things in life, yet people put way too much pressure on themselves.
Yeah.
So no, that's very that's a nice insight. Thank you. So based on the changes that we've put together and the different thoughts and mindsets, how are you viewing now your long-term success and progress?
I think one of the biggest things that I've got from working with you is eating. So I've always done like intermittent fasting and things like that, but eating with my cycle. So when we were talking about nutrition and things like that, you introduced me to Dr. Mindy Peltz, who does the eating on a monthly cycle. And that's been quite revolutionary really. It's totally changed. It's changed how I measure my success, because I know that I will eat and train differently weeks 1, 2, maybe even 3 of my cycle versus week 4, when if I don't want to train, I don't want to train, and if I want to eat cake, I eat cake. But I know it's all right now because I'll be back on it. So I think definitely that looking more holistically at my nutrition and my training, without a doubt. I did write something else down as well, actually. What was the other thing I thought? So, yeah, and also thinking about that idea of what I'm eating and the macros as well. Because sometimes you can look online and you can be, so if I say to you, right, John, I want to drop fat, then we'll say, well, let's look at these macros then, and let's do this with your fats, and let's do that. And if I'm like, right, I want to build a bit of muscle, I'm in my muscle building phase, there's that knowledge there to say, well, maybe we should be on about 35% protein then. What do you think about this, and what do you think about that?
I think it's having the expert opinion.
Yeah.
You know, I've got.
Yeah, but one thing I
decades.
like about you is, not to big you up too much, because I know you do get a big head, John.
Please big me up as much as you want.
You're evidence based, whereas
Yes,
some PTs
always.
some PTs I've worked with, they're like, do this, and I'll think, no, why? Where's your evidence? But with you, you'll say, oh, there was this study done, or there was that, and that's the big thing for me. So yeah, there was that kind of evidence base, and that definitely helps you buy into it, I think, as well, and understand why you do it.
Well, it has to be evidence-based, to be fair.
Not everybody is, though.
Unfortunately, in the industry, you're right, Dawn, they're not. But experience, working with a massive demographic of people, you know, you learn a lot. Again, 3 decades of coaching.
Yeah.
So, just to finalise, Dawn, what would you say to someone who's considering working with us at Effective Fitness?
I would definitely say to do it, without a doubt. And I think that when you're first coming in, I don't think you appreciate the difference it can make, because that community element and that consistency and accountability can make a big difference, I think. And even when you might be having a bit of a situation where it's not quite working out, one of the key things for me is, whereas before, so I said to my husband, oh, I've been at Effective Fitness a year now, and he went, oh my God, that's like a long time for you, because normally I'd be like, oh, this is boring me, I'm going to go somewhere else, or I'll try this different thing out. But I think it helps you kind of go with the groove of me. So when I'm in this phase of hard training, you're there, but when I'm in this phase of, yeah, I just need to chill a bit now, it's there as well, but there's the long-term planning. And it's motivational, I suppose,
Yeah, you've had an absolutely perfect journey, Dawn. I appreciate, you know, the first time you came in, the conversations we had were quite strict and quite rigid on yourself, and your thoughts were very, you know, harsh on your own self, and that's normal for most people in your head. That's how you think. So I really like the progress you've made and the different mindset we've got together. So I really, really do appreciate your time.